How are you feeling? I am worried. Negative this morning, though. What? I have to go to the board meeting at 11. Yep. If I have a doctor's appointment at 2, so we'll see what he says.
And they try to separate us all the time. It doesn't work.
I feel like I'm a teacher and it's so good to see that I get a prize.
There we go. Good morning, everybody. What a happy, very happy group it is on this beautiful sunny day. Having young people here, I think we're going to just keep you here. It's such a vibrant, wonderful energy that you all bring to this room. Usually we're pretty serious and down in the mouth and then occasional laughter. But today feels much, much different. So I would, first of all, welcome all of you. And we're going to have you do an introduction of yourself in just a few seconds. But I'd like to call this meeting to order, please, of the County Board, Tuesday, April 12th, 2022. Clerk, could you please call the roll? And as we're calling the roll, I would like, if you have an associate that you're working with today, if you could have them introduce themselves, please, 4-Hers, if you could give your name, the city that you're from, and the 4-H club that you represent.
Alan, present. And you would like us to do the introductions now?
Yes, please.
Great. I am honored to have as my 4-H student, Eulalia Earl, and she is from Aurora. Would you like to say hello?
Probably not, but you're gonna make her anyway.
I have.
Our agenda today, I don't see that it says 136.
Hello, I'm from Aurora and I'm homeschooled and I'm from the 4-H Challengers.
Very good. Welcome.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bates. And Berman.
Herman here.
Brown. Davis.
Davis here, shadowless today, which hopefully means that no more winter weather.
Weeks late with that.
Ford.
Board present.
Okay. Fraz.
Braz here. And I'd like to introduce Maria Oakes from the Algonquin area.
I live in Algonquin and I go to Dundee Crown High School and I am part of the Mighty Titans 4-H Club.
Welcome.
Gums.
Gums is here.
Right. Iqbal.
Iqbal present.
Kenyon.
Kenyon in the room, and I'd like to introduce my shadow, Cecilia Oakes.
I'm Cecilia Oakes. I go to St. Mary in Elgin and I'm part of the Mighty Titans.
You're wondering what she did to draw me.
I was thinking how lucky she is.
But she is a mighty titan, so.
There you go. Caius.
Already so soon? Oh, good. Kenyon Caius. Caius present. And Sam, go ahead and introduce yourself. Where are you from?
I'm Samuel Haviland. I live in Elgin. I go to Burlington Central High School, and I'm part of a bit more 4-H club.
Leonard.
Here.
Lewis.
Who is here?
Martin.
Present.
No.
Molina present.
Sanchez.
Sanchez here, and I have 2 4-H club members with me today.
Hi, I'm Reese. I go to Burlington Central and we're part of the Lucky Maples, or I am. I'm Lily. I'm from Sycamore. I go to Sycamore Middle School and I represent the 4-H Lucky Maples 4-H Club.
Shepro.
Present, and I'm happy to introduce Maya Jones.
You're not on.
Oh, well.
I'm Maya. I'm part of Lucky Maples 4-H Club also, and I go to Sycamore High School in Sycamore.
And I learned that she really was hoping to meet the coroner.
That certainly be arranged at another date.
Yes.
Silva.
Silva is here.
Strathman.
Strathman here, and I have with me today Olivia LaFrance.
I'm Olivia and I live in Elgin, but I go to South Elgin because I'm in Beacon.
Sturgis.
Sturgis here, and I have Kiara. Am I on? Sturgis here, and I have Kiara King.
I am Kira King. I'm from a bit more 4-H club and I go to South Elgin High School.
Tepe.
Tepe here, and I have a delightful young lady by the name of Elizabeth Lynn. Elizabeth?
Hi, I'm Elizabeth and I'm from Maple Park just outside of Sycamore and I go to Sycamore Middle School.
Wallace.
Wallace here.
Okay. And Winnicki.
Woniki present, and I have Thomas Lind, and I'll let him introduce himself.
Hi, my name is Thomas Lind. I go to Sycamore High School and I represent the Lucky Maples.
You have a quorum.
We do have a quorum.
Very good.
Now, I would like to make sure that all of our 4-H students know that the people that you are shadowing will be your forever contact. So they they will be your friend. If you have any needs within your district or concerns, please feel free to reach out to them, and they will make sure that it gets to the appropriate committee, and we will do our very best to solve your issue or to give you an answer. So please, we're learning how to be professionals here. Exchange business cards or phone numbers so that you can keep in contact with each other as we go forward in the future. And I'm sure that these mentors will be your references if you so need a reference as appropriate as you go through your academic years. So this is, please don't let this contact just be this one time only. This is going to be your friend for a period of time, and they will be acting as your mentor. They didn't know that, but I'm soliciting them right now.
Ask them if they want it.
Well, that's a different choice. Then you come to me and we'll find you somebody. Find you somebody appropriate, but no, this is a wonderful group of people, board members, that you'll have a great, a lot of fun getting to know a little bit more besides just at this meeting. So I believe it is, who is going to be now doing our pledge of allegiance today?
I'm Kobe.
Mr. Copey.
Opie. Oh, thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic
It stands one nation under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
And
Thank you
Mr.
very much. I'm standing on top of a high rise as we said the pledge of allegiance.
Well, Mr. Copey, as you're having that vantage, that view, could you please give us a convocation, please? Can you say some kind words?
Yes, I can. I invoke the presence of my Heavenly Father. I bow my heart, soul to the east, to the north, where the throne is situated, and I beg His mercy and protection for our country, for our youth, and for the people at war. In His holy name, I pray. Amen.
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 Very nice. Thank you so much. And be safe out there, please. May I have now a motion and a second to approve the minutes from March 8th, 2022?
Highest move.
Monique seconds.
Please,
Shepro, a second.
Shepro. All righty. Any changes or amendments to these minutes? Seeing none online. Clerk, please call the roll.
Allen,
Allen, aye.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Brown, did you arrive? Davis,
Davis, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Raz,
Raj, yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Opie,
Hope yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Yes.
Martin,
Martin, yes.
Molina. Molina,
Molina, yes.
thank you. Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Chepro,
Chopro, yes.
Silva,
Silva, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Surges,
Sturgis, yes.
Tepe,
Yes.
Wallace,
Wallace, yes.
Winnicke.
Yes.
That passes.
Very good. Now for our 4-Hers, just to explain, we're going now into public comment. And this is the time when the public can speak to the board. As I mentioned, if you have issues or concerns, and we give everybody a time to speak, but they have to sign up ahead of time. So we have right now one speaker. Is David Bertha here? Is that you, sir?
Yes, it is.
Speak for 5
And may I ask, is this to the agenda or off the agenda?
It's off agenda.
So you'll have 3 minutes, please.
My name is David Bertha. I'm from the south side of Chicago, where my father died in his sleep on February 16th at the age of 84. My sister called 911. After my mother, sister, and I joined hands with his body to recite the Lord's Prayer, I had to leave my childhood home. Ron Haynes' wife and Jamie Mosser's husband filed criminal complaints against me for harassment because I had the audacity to curse at them in an email. On January 20th of this year, Ron sent an email of his own to me, State's Attorney Mosser, Public Defender Rochelle Conant, several judges, several employees in the Daily Herald newspaper, and most of the members of this board at 9:43 p.m. Since no reasonable sheriff seeking re-election would send the following email, I'll assume that he was drunk or high that night. It read, "Enjoy your next criminal charge. If you want help, just talk to me like a human. Otherwise, keep on your spiral of failure." Now I'll quote Ron from a blog published by Jeff Ward about his thoughts on Illinois' criminal justice reform legislation. "I wish they took the time to visit Kane County to better understand how our brand of justice reform is reaping real dividends. It will also be much more difficult finding exit pathways for nonviolent offenders under the new cashless system because they won't be held awaiting trial." I guess Ron doesn't really believe in the philosophy of innocent until proven guilty. The Washington Post previously reported that Ron said government should use pretrial asset forfeitures to pull in expendable cash hand over fist. Now I'll quote Ron from a self-published book. "All of our hometowns are sitting on tax-liberating gold mines." His book also calls for, and I quote, "turning our police forces into present-day Robin Hoods." As a marketing specialist for a company that trains police departments in asset seizures, Ron was responsible for videos featuring an animated cop named Larry the Inner Dictator. One scene is set in the courtroom where Larry insinuates that the defense attorney questioning him is gay. He testifies that he disdains Rastafarian douchebags who do nothing all day but smoke weed, live with their mom, and beat off to kiddie porn. My time speaking is running out, so I'll read Ashley Haynes' criminal complaint against me at the Judicial Public Safety Committee meeting this Thursday, so that everyone can hear for themselves what Ron's brand of criminal justice sounds like. Illinois' Congressional Black Caucus did not need advice on legislation from a sheriff with a core philosophy of punishing the accused before
Mr.
trial.
Bertha, your time is up. Thank you very much. Just so you know, 4-Hers, that we hear all comments, whether or not they're positive or not, because this is our democracy. As long as they are held in a proper protocol and they follow time restraint. As a board, we don't comment, but we do listen carefully because all of our citizens have a God right, a constitutional right to speak to their legislators. And so we honor that right here in the county. So now it's my turn. I'll be brief, but I have some congratulations, since this seems to be a day of congratulations. Last week, I believe it was a rainy Wednesday, in Lily Lake, there was the perfect storm. 1 inch of rain approximately came down a hill, filled up a construction site where gasoline tanks were being repaired at a gas station. Flooded it, broke the tanks, and 8,000 gallons of gasoline went down to a viaduct, went across 64 into wetlands, privately owned wetlands, but nonetheless wetlands. During that period of time, there has been so much protection to protect these wetlands, an effort to protect these wetlands, that when it made the news, the governor's office called me on Thursday saying, "What can we do to help you and give support?" I went down there on Friday to a meeting that they have with specialists in the field. And I also attended most of Saturday afternoon at that meeting, at another meeting. Barb Onicki was there 2 times. taking a look at what was going on and monitoring it because of her stewardship of wetlands and knowing the importance of that. But I'd like to also share with you who else was there. And I'd like to give them my heartfelt thanks as representative of the board. The Illinois Environmental Protection Agency, Josh Nelson from Campton Township, Kane County's Office of Emergency Management, who've been there right along, our Sheriff's Office, Water Resources with great stewardship, going through the muck and the gasoline, doing testing, doing analysis, our Health Department with their concern about what's happening with not only our public, but our private wells, our Public Information Officer who's been there right along, making sure that all information was available to our public and arranging for a future press conference that will be had. All of this team of Kane County and Campton and state efforts have gone to protecting our wetlands and protecting all of our community members who live in that area. So we owe them a heartfelt thanks of hard work and a job well done. This is not going to be an easy cleanup. It's going to take a period of time, many months, until this is completely done. And it may take a whole year for this area to be cleaned up. But due to their efforts, gasoline has been stopped, and it has not going to continue its migration to Fairson Creek. So we owe them, I think, a great congratulations and thank you. Blessed with incredible staff. But I also have some exceptionally good news to share with you. And this had been my plan for a period of time, and I had thought about it for a long period of time, hearing the advocacy of not only Drew Froz with his care for Long Meadow Parkway, but also Chris Cayos and Jarrett Sanchez. We've had a lot of laughter, concern about the toll that may be implemented at Long Meadow. So I got to thinking about it, and knowing that there may be some additional resources available coming in to the state of Illinois, I thought, well, what the heck? I can have the opportunity. And I spoke with some of our legislators, just quiet conversations. And they suggested that perhaps I should come down to Springfield. So indeed I did. That was 2 weeks ago. I arranged meetings with Speaker Welsh, the Senate President, Don Harmon, as well as the governor's office. Thanks to our Department of Transportation, KDOT, and again to Mr. Froz, a packet was put together that was informational, concise, and I also would like to reach out to Jane Talish, who helped me do additional research to put together a packet of information of why this removing the toll was so important to King County's residents. I reached out to our mayors of Northern Kane County and village presidents, asking them for their letters of support for this effort. The following day, when it was the budget was still being reviewed, there was hope on Friday. There was hope last Friday that was included in the budget. So I asked again our mayors, please call them, call your legislators, ask for their support. I came home on Friday after visiting with Lily Lake. I spent the night texting our legislators, telling them to be strong, telling them to have courage on a bipartisan level. Please help us support this. Constant communication occurred during this period of time and during the week that had preceded it. Friday night, I had a very sleepless night. I kept on waiting for the text. I kept on waiting for a phone call. I kept on taking my phone, seeing if the budget had passed and if there was good news in it. Finally, I fell asleep about 4 o'clock in the morning and woke up at 7. 10 o'clock, the news finally came. We have been given a $17.5 million grant to help alleviate the toll at Long Meadow Parkway. Additional money, according to my conversation with Speaker Welsh, may be forthcoming in next year's budget. but we'll start planning on that starting in July. Illinois state budget starts July 1st. We're expecting to receive the check sometime, I say maybe August, when it gets to the treasurer, September. We'll have more information on this and we'll discuss it both in finance as well in transportation meetings on what the impact of this is going to be, on how we're going to be reducing the bond and what it's going to take. I've asked Mr. Onzek to put some numbers together for me, which he has, of course, done brilliantly, but I've not had time to carefully review them and analyze them, but that'll be forthcoming. But right now, good news. So I hope you'll approve my expenses. I only bought a cup of coffee. That was the only meal. But before I let go, I do, again, thanks need to be shared. I do want to thank, and if you reach out to our legislators, please let them know how much we appreciate their advocacy on behalf of Kane County. It was only due to their efforts and their consistency in advocating for this that it was actually able to get through. And I have, if I may, just take up one more second of your time with this. It's in section 540 of the 3,400 page budget. And it reads on page 1,386. The sum of 17,500 million or so much thereof as may be necessary is appropriated from the Build Illinois Bond Fund to the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity for a grant to Kane County for costs associated with the bridge. So I wanted to get it in black and white because I'm sure all of our lawyers will agree. Unless you sign the contract, it doesn't exist. So here it is. Here's the proof. So thank you again.
Thank you.
And from the constituents of Northern Kane County. Thank
Well,
you.
no, from all of the constituents, all of us. It'll be less tax. Yes, Mr. Tepe.
I wanted to share with everybody here that one of the comments I gave to Mr. Caius this morning was that whenever he walks into a room, he should walk in listening to the music of a song called High Hopes, because he was definitely a person who kept battering his head against this giant obstacle. And I think it's kind of interesting to show that even high hopes can happen. So thanks also to Mr. Caius.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, so now I have on my agenda Kane County 4-H Government Day. So is there a special presentation with that, or did we already cover that? We did? Okay, already covered it. Very good. I believe we have now some presentations from Sheriff Hayne.
Hi, I'm Chris Peeler. I'm the Public Safety Commander with the Sheriff's Office in lieu of Sheriff Hayne. He is a little bit busy right now, so I will be making a presentation to Sergeant Terry Hoffman on the retirement of his canine Pharaoh. So Terry, if you'd stand up here. Terry and Pharaoh started together as a team in 2017, and during that time, they've made numerous narcotics arrests, located missing people, and been responsible for tracking and arresting fleeing criminals. So this is Terry's second dog. He was a handler prior to this. And with that, Terry brought the experience to not only learn what he had from the first canine, but apply that to the second, and additionally train newer, younger canine handlers. In a successful career that Terry's had, he's ensured the success of new canine deputies. It's a loss to the unit, losing Terry and Pharaoh, but I'm sure he'll always be around to assist and more than willing to help those new handlers. So congratulations and thank you, Terry.
Where's the dog?
Terry, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Come back up here. So please take the microphone. Not
You're gonna
prepared
get
to
away.
speak. So tell us your favorite memory about your puppy.
Pharaoh, I believe it would be the large marijuana grow in Auburn. He got me into the vehicle that had a half a pound of marijuana in the back seat. And then we were able to work our way back to the grow op in Auburn.
Wonderful. Yeah, good dog, good dog. And now he has a nice home with you?
Yes, he does.
And how old is he?
5.5.
Oh, he's got a good long life. Well done. Okay, thank you so much. Congratulations. Make sure you buy him some good biscuits.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
May I have a motion and a second to approve this recommendation of Mr. Farrow
Raz moves.
and dog?
Sturgis seconds.
And we need to call the roll.
Yeah. Okay, Ellen?
Alan, aye.
Bates?
Bates, aye.
Berman?
Berman, yes.
Davis?
Davis, yes.
Ord?
Ord, yes.
Raz?
Raz, yes.
Gums?
Gums, yes.
Okay, Iqbal?
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon?
Yes.
Caius?
Caius, yes.
Gopi?
Hope yes.
Leonard?
Leonard, yes.
Lewis?
Lewis, yes.
Martin?
Martin, yes.
Molina?
Molina, yes.
Sanchez?
Sanchez, yes.
Shepro?
Is he tier 1 or tier 2?
Yes.
All right. Silva?
He's retiring.
Oh,
Silva is yes.
no.
Stratton, yes.
Surgis?
Sturgis, yes.
Tepe?
Happy, yes.
Wallace?
Yes.
And Winnicke?
Yes.
That passes.
Good. For those of you who've ever had pets, there's a pet dog, right? Sit, stay. But the working dog is a completely different type of animal. And they are a partner to the human being as a pet would be, but completely different. And oftentimes that kind of working dog is an ally and a very important resource to the handler who can go into dangerous situations and have advocacy that the handler may not even be aware of. So these dogs that the sheriff may continue to have, and I think they've got one in training now, are an incredible asset to Kane County. All right, so now speaking of great assets, I'm going to turn this over to Michelle Gums. The reason why is Michelle Gums, as worked with public safety and telecommunications in a previous career. And she has great empathy and understanding and compassion for the work that this remarkable team of people do every day, 24 hours a day, assisting the public with emergency and sometimes non-emergency situations. Without them, we'd all be in trouble. And there would be less safety, less diligence around our county simply because communication would be dropped. So Michelle, I think you have something, and could your team all get up, Michelle? We can see them as this is presented to you.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair. It's my honor to actually present this proclamation today for National Telecommunicators Week. As you all know, I'm a huge advocate for our 911 dispatchers. If it was not for them, certainly we wouldn't get anything done. We spoke earlier of the gas leak. Those dispatchers were the ones that took that first call. So with that, I would say Deb Allen and I had a little conversation about a little plaque that used to hang in the room where I worked for many, many years. We called it the dungeon because it was the dungeon. And it said, you might know where you are and what you're doing, and God might know where you are and what you're doing. But if dispatch doesn't know where you are and what you're doing, you and God better be on good terms. So without further ado, I would honored to read this proclamation. Proclaiming April 12th, proclaiming April 11th through the 17th, 2022 as 911 Public Safety Telecommunicator Week. Whereas this week is a time to recognize and appreciate that the safety, health, and well-being of all who live in and visit Kane County are often dependent on the dedication and devotion of our public safety telecommunicators during times of emergencies that require them to dispatch emergency medical services, police, or fire, as well as other vital services. And whereas when the emergencies occur, the prompt response of medical personnel, firefighters, police, and other critical services are essential to the protection of life and preservation of property. And whereas public safety telecommunicators are the first and the most critical contact our citizens have with emergency services. These dedicated individuals are in fact the first responders and not simply humans that not only answer the phone as anonymous voices. They are local medical, police, and fire professionals who utilize public safety systems to respond quickly to all emergency calls. And whereas emergency medical, fire, and police responders rely on their knowledge, professionalism, critical thought, decisiveness, courage, and calm to obtain information, anticipate needs, and dispatch aid quickly. Public safety telecommunicators are the sole vital link for our emergency responders when they monitor their activities by radio, update them with real-time information, and ensure their safety throughout the incident. And whereas public safety telecommunicators at our KaneCom 911 Center have aided in the suppression of fires, the preservation of life, the apprehension of criminals, the protection of property, and the treatment of patients. The work of these unseen first responders is invaluable in emergency situations, and each of these dedicated individuals deserves our fervent appreciation. Kane County citizens place their trust in these amazing individuals, not just during this week, but every day of the year. And whereas Kane County public safety telecommunicators exhibit compassion, dedication, understanding, calm, and professionalism during the execution of their job, assisting those on often the worst days of their lives. Therefore, be it resolved in a recognition of the individuals of KaneCom 911 Dispatch Center who keep this county safe. I, Madam Chair, Corinne Perrug, Kane County Board Chair, do hereby or proclaim the week of April 11th through April 17th, 2022 as 911 Public Safety Telecommunicator Week in Kane County. That's passed by the County Board with all votes April 12th, 2022. Thank you, everybody. And just a little side note, you'll be getting sweet treats from me on Friday for all 3 shifts.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Michelle, do you want to repeat that ending?
Yes, I will be providing treats, sweet treats for you all on Friday for all 3 shifts.
Okay.
And maybe you can give me a microphone or a headset so I can tell some of the old timers where to go.
We can arrange that. That works.
All right. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. And now may I please have a motion, a second to approve this resolution?
Bates moves.
Leonard seconds.
Okay. Allen.
Allen, aye.
Bates.
Bates, aye.
Berman.
Berman, yes.
Davis.
Davis, yes.
Ford.
Ford, yes.
Raz,
Raz, yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Opie,
Opie, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Melina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Shepro,
Shepro, yes.
Silva,
Silva, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Surges,
Sturgis, yes.
Tepe,
Tepe, yes.
Wallace,
Yes.
Winnicki.
Yes.
That passes.
It's very good.
And Madam Chair, if I may, Gums here, I don't know if they're still in the room, but if any of them would like to say anything, I forgot to give that opportunity.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Here she
they
comes.
split. Okay.
No, they're all here.
All right.
Thank you. I will just do some quick introductions of our team. It's very difficult for us to attend meetings together. We're a 24/7 operation. We work out of the comm center, so we have to be staffed within the comm center. So we do have our afternoon shift telecommunicators here, and as well as somebody from midnights. And Adam, I believe poor Adam worked last night and then stayed over from midnight shift. His shift started at 11 p.m. to be here today. So with a range of seniority, anywhere from 29 years, as Supervisor Lemons has, to, I think our newest telecommunicator has about a year and a half in. So it's a great range of seniority, and we're so happy that they're here. And thank you for recognizing our team.
Okay, yeah, please. Thank you. As I said to all of them, they're heroes. Each one of them are heroes, without question. So our foragers, next time, part of the agenda is our zoning, and I'm going to have Mr. Martin, who is in charge of our, that aspect of Kane County, is going to be presenting the petitions.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We have three matters before us today, and I note before I begin that we have speakers registered and absent. Anybody objecting to that, I'm assuming that they are here to address questions that might come up during the hearing and not to make a separate presentation. The first matter before us today is petition 4588. It's in Hampshire Township, filed by Fuller Abbott Properties LLC regarding property commonly known as 48 West 075 Route 72, again in Hampshire Township. The proposed rezoning is sought from F District Farming with a 5 interim use for special use for storage to an F2 District Agricultural Related Sales Service Processing Research Warehouse and with a special use to accommodate the same business. The 2040 plan conforms with the 2040 plan. There were no objectors. There was no applicable regional planning jurisdiction. The zoning board voted to recommend approval of this matter with certain recommendations. The development committee also voted to approve and adopted those same recommendations. So I move approval of this and request a second.
Wonicky seconds.
Ms. Winnicki seconds. Are there any comments or questions? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Okay. Allen,
Allen, aye.
Bates, aye.
Berman,
Herman, yes.
Davis, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Raz, Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Opie,
Opie, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Martin,
Martin, yes.
Melina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Shepro,
Shepro, yes.
Silva,
Silva, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Surges,
Sturgis, yes.
Tepe,
Tepe, yes.
Wallace,
Yes.
and Winnicki.
Yes.
Yeah, passes.
Motion carries. The second matter is petition 4586, filed by the Thomas Family Trust regarding property commonly known as 8 North 510 Thomas Road in Burlington Township. The proposed rezoning sought is from F District Farming to E2 District Estate Residential. The proposed zoning conforms with the 2040 plan. There were no objectors. There was no regional planning commission jurisdiction, and the zoning board voted approval with one recommendation attached. The development committee also voted approval and adopted that same recommendation. I move approval of this and request a second. Mr. Surges seconds.
John, I think you said 4586, 45, it's supposed to be 89.
Correct. 89.
Oh, I'll be darned. I did.
I still second, yes.
Announce which deficiency that is, other than not knowing my numbers, I guess. But yes, 4589. Thank you. Are there any comments or questions, Mr. Shepro?
Yeah, I thought you said there was no regional planning jurisdiction, but it says it was approved by regional planning.
Oh my gosh, I did a nice job on this.
They're watching you, John. You don't have a chance.
Well, the answer correctly stated is that there was approval. I'm sorry. I did wrong. All right.
Was the reason, Shepro again, was the reason for the Regional Planning Commission jurisdiction, this long explanation about the application of the stormwater ordinance?
That's, Mark, do you want to address that issue?
Sure. Thank you. Good morning. Mark Van Kerkhoff, Director of Development and Community Services. To answer your question, I went to the Regional Planning Commission because it's an area on the 2040 plan for Countryside Estate, which is a 4-acre minimum. This is actually an existing farmstead house. So it was not eligible for the F1, which would have been typical for this. So it's a smaller lot size than the 4 acres. So went to Regional Planning Commission for that reason, and they concurred that it was appropriate.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now,
Ready?
may we vote, please?
Okay. For petition number 4589, Ellen,
Aye.
Bates,
Bates, aye.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Davis,
Davis, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Raz,
Raz, yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Hopi,
Hopi, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Martin,
Martin, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Shepro,
Shepro, yes.
Silva,
Silva, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Surges,
Surges, yes.
Tepe, Wallace,
Yes.
Winnicky.
Yes.
It passes.
Motion carries. Now we'll see if I can conduct the last petition correctly. This is petition 4590. It's filed by Donald Blazing regarding property commonly known as 1419 Fifth Avenue in Aurora Township. The 2040 plan sets this as urban neighborhood mixed use infill. There was one adjoining property owner that objected. The Regional Planning Commission, in fact, had no jurisdiction here. The zoning board voted approval with a number of stipulations. In summary of the relief sought, it's kind of a convoluted description, but what Mr. Blazing, in fact, is doing is straightening out some historic difficulties with this property. Its use fundamentally is going to continue as it is, and that's why the favorable vote was offered by both bodies. So I move approval of this and request a second.
Gums will second.
Is there any comment or question?
Question. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't understand why the property owner objected.
And name, please.
Bates, please.
Mark, could you address that, the specifics of the adjoining property owner?
Sure, I believe it had to do with, there are some drainage issues in the area as well as the use. It's a mixed use property with residential and business. And as Mr. Martin explained, it does clean up and take care of a number of historical issues with this property.
Okay.
Yes, fine. Thank you.
And conforms to the 2040 plan. So any other comments or questions? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Okay. Ellen,
Aye.
Bates,
Please come back to me.
okay, Berman,
Berman, yes.
I'm sorry, Davis,
Davis, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Raz,
Raz, yes.
Gums,
Gums is a yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Opie,
Opie, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Martin,
Martin, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Shepro,
Shepro, yes.
Silva,
Silva, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Surges,
Sturgis, yes.
Tepe,
Deputy, yes.
Wallace,
Yes.
Winnicky,
Yes.
and Bates.
Yes.
That passes.
Motion carries. Madam Chair, that concludes the zoning hearings today.
I went to see what the-
Thank you, Mr. Martin. Now we have a number of appointments, and I will turn that over to my vice chair, Mr. Shepro.
This is my favorite subject, fire districts. A number of the fire districts still have their trustees appointed by the board chair with the advice and consent of the county board. I have a question for the state's attorney. I mean, all of these are listed, I believe. These are all new appointments with the exception of the RTA appointment at the end. Is that correct? So my question would be, would it be in order to advise and consent to all of these in a single motion?
Yes, I would agree. That could occur.
In that case,
Excuse me, Mr. Shepro.
yes,
I think Jeff Ferriol was appointed previously, so that is a
a
reappointment.
reappointment.
Yes.
And I believe that the appointments are, well, let's see. Normally, they would be 6-year terms. But some of the districts are staggered.
Right.
I would, why don't we do the fire districts as a group, and I will move approval that this board do advise and consent to the appointments or reappointments, as the case may be, for South Elgin and Countryside Fire District, Marywood Fire District, Montgomery and Countryside Fire District, and Maple Park and Countryside Fire District, and ask for a second.
I would, Leonard seconds.
Mr. Kenyon, you want to offer anything as far as South Elgin and Countryside?
We're glad to seek his reappointment.
And most of them, term will expire in 25. There's one who will be expiring.
Yeah, I mean, in some cases, this is a catch up on things that were carried over. For those of you who are curious, the law generally is that someone appointed to an office continues until a successor has been appointed and qualified. If there's no other discussion or questions, then it would be in order to request a roll call.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Okay, and just for clarification, this one vote's going to take care of resolutions 22-110, 111, 112, 113.
That's correct.
Yes vote is to concur in the appointments.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, I have a motion by Shepro, second by Leonard. Ellen,
Alan, aye.
Bates,
Bates, aye.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Davis,
Davis, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Raz,
Raz, yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Opie,
Opie, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Martin,
Martin, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Shepro,
Shepro, yes.
Silva,
Silva, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Surges,
Sturgis, yes.
Tepe,
Deputy, yes.
Wallace,
Wallace, yes.
Winnicky.
Yes.
That passes. Those pass.
Madam Chair, Resolution 22-114 is a reappointment of Christopher Groven to the Regional Transportation Authority Board. As we know, that is the overarching body that oversees much of the regional transportation in the Chicago metropolitan region. And Mr. Groven was previously appointed, and this is a reappointment.
Appointment. With
And
the-
I would move that the board advise and consent to the reappointment of Mr. Govan and ask for a second.
Leonard seconds.
Thank you. This will be for a 5-year term. Clerk, please call the roll.
Ellen,
Alan, I.
Bates,
Bates, aye.
Brown. What did I'm sorry, Berman.
Berman, yes.
Sorry about that. Brown is out. Davis,
Davis, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Baz,
Raz, yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Bell,
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Opie,
Hopi, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Martin,
Martin, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Shepro,
Shepro, yes.
Silva,
Silva, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Surges,
Burgess, yes.
Tepe,
Deppie, yes.
Wallace,
Wallace, yes.
and Winnicki.
Yes.
Passes.
Very good. We're now to committee updates. Are there any updates from any of the committees? Yes.
Madam Chair, Surges here. John, I have reached out to Jody Wolnick regarding getting together to come up to speed on a couple of water issues up in the Gilberts area for a proposed development. I just wanted to make you aware of that. And also, I believe this would be development. Madam Chair and I have reached out to Mark Van Kerkhoff regarding a conservancy easement for some property up in West Dundee, an unincorporated area that we're going to begin some dialogue on. And I just wanted to make you aware of that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anything else?
Madam Chair Ford.
Yes, Mr. Ford.
Yes, thank you. I'm just glad to announce, as of now, we still are planning on having our roundtable discussion after our Jobs Committee meeting.
And when is that going to happen? What is the date?
Our next Jobs Committee meeting, I believe, is next Friday. I don't have the date in front of me,
Does
but you
anybody
should
have-
be getting an email. Everybody should be getting an email.
Friday, the 22nd.
It's Friday, the 22nd.
Yes.
At what time?
Our meeting's at 10, so it'd be immediately following our meeting, somewhere between around 11:30.
11:30. And where's it going to take place?
It'll be downstairs.
In the auditorium.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Ms. Winnicki.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I believe there's a Stormwater Committee meeting today at 3 o'clock. Is it 4 o'clock? Okay, and I think it's meeting here. So just FYI.
The only reason I'm laughing or just smiling is because the timing of it is perfect, considering what's happening in Lily Lake and the pending rain that's going to be happening tomorrow.
They're preparing for it, from what I understand.
Oh, I would hope so. I'm sure they'll do a great job.
Madam Chair.
Yes.
The E&E Committee is having our Countdown to Earth Day with features in King County Connects every day. So we invite you to celebrate Earth Day, Earth Month, Earth Year, and Earth Century with us. And Millennium.
Thank you, Ms. Bates. Yes.
Surges, the executive salary compensation ad hoc committee is meeting immediately after this meeting. Ron, if you're not here, if you can plan on Zooming in or staying online.
We'll handle that separately. Thank you.
And Chair, I just wanted, Fraz speaking, I just want to thank you for pursuing that $17 million so well. And it's a great thing, you know, that it's my mic's on. Hello. Anyways, I'll talk closer. Thanks for pursuing that. And, you know, I just would caution that staff has to, you know, it's just happened, as you said recently, staff has to digest how this affects the overall costs and, you know, what this will result in, whether
Correct.
it's a reduced toll, eliminated toll, whatever, still to be determined. But thank you very much. And it's so appropriate that, you know, this money's coming from the state. We've already received a lot of state and federal funds, but it's so appropriate because this project being on the county line, as we all know, really was a regional project
It is.
that King County undertook. So congratulations and thank you.
Oh, well, please, thank you. And it is a regional project, and it was KDOT who put together a marvelous package of information. It was pretty succinct. Carl, you have hired incredible staff, and they've been loyal and exceptional. So you're to be congratulated for being smart enough to hire Tom. For each other.
Other way around.
Okay. Anything else? All right, we're now on to our consent agenda. Now, during this period of time, 4-Hers, I think you've got it all in front of you. The board can say that they would like to remove an item for further discussion. If they don't remove it, then it's voted by consent. So they've got to determine now and let us know what item they may or may not want to remove. So Ms. Bates?
I'd like to remove 22-120.
Move it. 120, 22, 120.
Does anybody have anything else?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Yes, Mr. Iqbal.
Yes, I have four.
4, okay.
116, 119, 127, and 143.
What was the last one?
143, 143.
Can I ask that be repeated, please?
Okay. Should I?
116, please correct me if I'm wrong, 116, 119, 127, and 143.
Correct.
Very good. Anything else? Yes.
If nobody has anything else, I was going to move.
Oh, wait a minute.
118.
118. All righty. Anything else? Okay.
Motion to approve the consent agenda with the removals excluded.
Removals of 116, 118, 119, 120, 127, and 143.
Berman, second.
And clerk, please call the roll.
Ellen,
Alan, I.
Bates,
Bates, aye.
Berman,
Yes.
Davis,
Davis, yes.
Ford.
Ford, yes.
Thank you. Fraz,
Raz, yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Yes, yes.
Hopi,
Yes.
yes.
Hope yes.
Thank you, sorry.
Yeah.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Martin,
Martin, yes.
Melina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Shepro,
Shepro, yes.
Silva,
Silva, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Sturgis,
yes.
Tepe,
Happy yes.
Wallace,
Yes.
Winnicke.
Yes.
That passes.
All right.
Right.
Now, may I please have a motion in a
Point of
second?
information.
Oh, yes.
Berman here.
Berman.
At our last meeting, someone brought up, I think it was Mr. Sturgis, brought up, it'd be nice to have the page number of each one of these items on our, I don't see that happening. But if we can continue that for the next meeting.
So much easier to find them.
Right.
Sometimes they can put a link in there to jump.
Is it?
Okay.
The bookmarks is helpful.
The bookmark thing is great,
Yeah.
but
Page. All right, just point of information. I hope we can do it next week, next month.
We're getting new program.
Well, it's simple. You got, just, I do it myself, okay? But
We have been reminded, but as all good things, another reminder would be most helpful.
thank you.
If you want to go look at it.
So we'll make sure that we get it appropriately for you. All right, now, I think we're ready, but thank you for that comment. So may I please have a motion and a second to approve item number 22-116?
Wonicky moves.
Brad, second.
Second, okay, very good. Mr. Iqbal,
I have a concern about the title itself. The second line. And it says replace it says authorize American Rescue Plan accountant to assist with non-American rescue plan. There is no such thing as non-American rescue plan. So I would suggest to replace this wording with other.
Wrong one.
116.
is there any comments on that?
I don't see enough.
Yes, Mr. Shepro.
Yeah, I think, Mo, that it's not a non-American plan. It's not the American Rescue Plan, if I understand that.
Non-ARPA.
Right, non-ARPA,
Yes.
yes.
That's it.
Because I know we would never approve a non-American rescue. If it would make it work to everybody's satisfaction, I bet we could delete the hyphen.
Hyphen of the non-American,
That would be all right.
not.
Just make it non-AR.
Deem it to be a scrivener's error.
So what is your will? Do we just get rid of, to assist with other related accounting or other related accounting?
Yes.
Yes.
All right,
Or if there's a motion to pass it, Mr. Iqbal made a suggestion. Is that a motion
to amend?
to amend by striking?
Yeah, we need a motion to amend.
May I suggest we take out the word related,
Okay, well,
other
hold on.
accounting services?
We need, Mr. Iqbal. can
Copy,
you pres-
motion to amend.
What's
Board
What-
seconds.
We need.
what's the wording? We need
We need the
wording.
wording.
So it's suggested as general accounting gums.
Mhm.
We're. Mr. Iqbal,
Yes, ma'am.
this is yours. Could you please present what the appropriate wording would be?
It would be, I would suggest there are many ways to do it. I would say other accounting.
Excellent.
And other accounting, and other accounting.
That's your motion, Mr. Copey, Shepro.
Mr. Copey, I'm going to read it to you. Please let me know if this clarifies your motion.
Very well,
Clarifying.
thank you.
Clarifying the intent of Resolution 21-513 to authorize the American Rescue Plan accountant to assist with other accounting.
Sounds appropriate, thank you.
Parliamentary inquiry.
Yes, sir.
May perhaps the movement and seconder accept that as a friendly amendment,
That'd be fine.
avoiding the need for an
Yes.
additional
Yes.
roll call.
When again, Mr.
Yes, I
Yes.
do.
Yes. All right, I see nods. Yes. Clerk, please call the roll.
No.
No. No, well, we're calling the roll.
No, that's all right, I'm sorry.
All right, just call the roll, please.
Okay.
This is with the amendment, friendly amendment included. Ellen,
Ellen, aye.
Bates,
States aye.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Davis,
Davis, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Raz,
Brad, yes.
Gums.
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Gopi. Gopi. Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Martin, Melina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Shepro,
Enthusiastically, yes.
Silva.
Believedly, yes.
Silva is a yes.
Thank you. Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Surges, Tepe,
Tepe, yes.
Wallace,
Yes.
Winnicke.
Yes.
And Mr. Kobe, did you have a vote?
Copy, yes.
Thank you. It passes.
All right, excellent. Now, please have a motion and a second to discuss item number 22-118.
Gums will
Winnicke
move.
moves.
Winnicke.
Winnicke seconds.
I'm sorry, who moved?
I think it was
Gums.
Oh, thank
Gums.
you. Gums and then Winnicke.
Okay, Mr. Surges.
I have no discussion on the motion. I'm in favor of the intent.
Microphone, please.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I have no comment other than I agree with the intent. I just don't agree with the methodology and timing of doing it. So I just want my vote cast separately rather than in consent.
Anyone else? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Allen,
Allen, I.
Bates,
Bates, aye.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Davis,
Davis, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Raz,
Yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Opie,
Copy, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Martin,
Martin, yes.
Melina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Shepro,
Shepro, yes.
Silva,
Silva is a yes.
Strathman,
Yes.
Surges,
Surges, no.
Tepe,
Tepe, yes.
Wallace,
Yes.
Winnicke.
Yes.
It passes.
Passes.
One nay.
May I have a motion and a second to discuss item number 22-120?
Martin moves.
119.
That was 119.
Oh, that was one. Oh.
That was
No.
118.
No,
That
my-
was
my-
118.
May I have a motion and a second to discuss number 119? I'm
Sorry. I did have 118. Oh, okay.
Raz, second.
Okay, Mr. Iqbal. Sorry. Mr. Iqbal, are you online?
Here, okay. Madam Chair, sorry, I was muted. This is a friendly amendment. If you look at the affidavit, which was done, it is not proper. I cannot read, it's not in English. So if you look at that affidavit, it will be quite clear.
Emergency purchase affidavit?
What's questionable on it?
What?
If you look at right next to Roger Fonstock's next to his signature, the date is not proper. And if you look at the line below, this page does not show. If you go down, yeah, more.
We should never legalize.
Right there.
Yeah.
If you look his signature and look to the right, that date is not proper. I don't know what it means. And if you look at what the notary did,
Yeah, 2020.
That's when it
underneath,
expires.
that's not proper.
Yeah, it is.
That's true.
Shepro, yes, the date, it looks like the
That
notary
didn't
put
work.
the date of her
Or
commission
expiration.
It says
rather than the
expires.
date.
Madam Chair, this is Roger.
Yes, Mr. Founstock?
So what you're seeing on there is basically the font substitution from Adobe for the date. And let me see if I can show you the original one that was signed by Madam Chair, because it does not have that. But when you bring a font into, or a character into Adobe, sometimes it'll do a font substitution when you try to compile the packet. So my guess is that the original form is damaged from that. But the original date was correct and signed. So I can find that for you if you'd like.
Point of order, Madam Chair, Shepro.
Yeah, yes, Mr. Shepro.
I believe that this could be dealt with simply as a reproduction. Scrivener error. It would not require an amendment. We could move on.
I think we can move on if that, and we will replace this, Mr. Iqbal, with the appropriate one. Yeah, sometimes Adobe is problematic.
That's fine, Madam Chair.
I think everything needs to be saved as a PDF and then transferred over. But we have a new system that's coming. So clerk, please call the roll.
Okay, this is for 22-119. Ellen. Ellen?
Alan, I.
Okay, Bates?
Bates, aye.
Berman?
Berman, yes.
Davis?
Davis, yes.
Ford?
Ford, yes.
Raz?
Raz, yes.
Gums?
Gums, yes.
Iqbal?
Iqbal, yes.
Yes.
Caius?
Caius, yes.
Opie?
Kopi, yes.
Leonard?
Leonard, yes.
Lewis?
Lewis, yes.
Martin?
Martin, yes.
Molina?
Molina, yes.
Sanchez?
Sanchez, yes.
Shepro?
Shepro, yes.
Silva?
Silva, yes.
Strathman?
Strathman, yes.
Surges?
Yes.
Tepe?
Tepe, yes.
Wallace?
Yes.
Nikki?
Yes.
That passes.
All right, and now may I please have a motion and a second to approve item number 22-120?
Sanchez moves.
Leonard seconds.
Ms. Bates?
Yes, as I look at the wording for this, I would like in the last, now further be it resolved by Kane County Board that all SLFRF allocated as recoupment of lost revenue under ARPA shall be used solely for permissible uses for government services under ARPA, that's spelled wrong, and the final rule and any amendments thereto. I would like this to read for government services or community support grants.
Yes. Mr. Sanchez?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Sanchez here. I don't believe under the revenue loss component that the type of programs we do with community support grants would be covered. It's strictly for government services as opposed to community-oriented relief projects.
Because it's part of the recoupment?
Yeah. When we did the community support grant, $4 million, that came directly from the ARP fund because it's an eligible expense. Government services is a separate eligible expense.
Okay, then I remove my question.
Just change the.
And fix the spelling of ARPA.
Yeah.
Scrivener's error.
Yeah, okay, then I stand down.
Okay, very good. All right. With no other discussion, clerk, please call the roll.
Ellen? Okay. Bates?
Yes.
Berman?
Yes.
Davis?
Davis, yes.
Mr. Ford?
Ford?
Ford, yes.
Sorry. Fraz?
Raz, yes.
Gums?
Gums, yes.
Iqbal?
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon?
Yes.
Caius?
Caius, yes.
Opie?
Kopi, yes.
Leonard?
Leonard, yes.
Lewis?
Yes.
Martin?
Martin, yes.
Molina?
Molina, yes.
Sanchez? Sanchez?
Yes.
Okay. Shepro?
Shepro, yes.
Silva?
Silva, yes.
Strathman?
Strathman, yes.
Surges?
Yes.
Tepe?
Tepe, yes.
Wallace?
Yes.
And Wonicky?
Yes.
Passes.
Passes. May I please have a motion and a second to approve item number 22-127?
Wonicky moves.
Sanchez seconds.
Mr. Iqbal?
Madam Chair, this is another friendly amendment on the very first page that you see the last word. It says country, it should be county.
Scrivener's error.
EPA plan.
This is so hard to
He
find.
proved he read the agenda.
Chairman of County Health,
31.
very last page, County Board.
Bookmarks on the left.
In the
don't help
summary.
That much.
The executive
The summary.
31.
Oh, yeah, the last word on the executive.
It's only in the executive
On the
summary.
executive summary, yeah, the resolution itself.
Well, summary is not part of the ordinance.
All right.
Yeah.
Duly noted.
27.
All right, you have to talk to our scriveners.
We just say duly noted and proceed with the roll call.
Please call the roll.
Okay, for 22-127, Allen, Bates,
Aye.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Davis,
Davis, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Raz,
Yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon, Caius,
Caius, yes.
Hopi,
Kopi, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
yes.
Martin, Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Shepro,
Shepro, yes.
Silva,
Silva, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Surges, Pepe,
Yes.
Wallace, and Winnicki.
Yes.
That passes.
Motion passes. May I have
Parliamentary inquiry, Madam Chair.
of course, sir.
I note that as we're now past the hour of 11 o'clock, and I believe that we were due to take our shadows with us at 11 o'clock, Mr. Kenyon. And
They take themselves.
they take themselves, but,
To be trusted.
right. But I guess the point being is that I understand we have a closed session, and Mr. Surgis's ad hoc committee is also meeting after this. So I just wondered if any alert to anybody at the other end is appropriate. Our box lunches will undoubtedly be sitting.
They indicated they were flexible on the 11 o'clock. So I'd say we proceed with haste.
Oh, yeah.
I think we proceed with haste, and perhaps when we get to the executive session, we
think
can
we
give
should
them our
proceed with
thanks and
celerity.
send them on their way for lunch.
The box lunch will not spoil.
Excellent.
Oh, their stomachs may be grumbling.
Motion in order to hold a closed session for the purpose of.
No,
discussing-
we're not done yet, sir.
I thought we did. Oh, I forgot about 143. I do
Okay.
apologize.
One more.
It's fine. May I have a motion in a second
47?
to discuss?
Bates moves.
Wait, hold on, just give me a second here. We
Oh,
took
yeah.
care of that one.
Are we on
We're at
127?
143. No, we're
Yeah.
on 143.
43.
So Bates and
Seven
Berman.
is done.
It's done. That went from country to county.
Yeah, that was
Um,
country to county.
Item number 143,
It was Bates.
Bates
Berman.
and Berman. Discussion, Mr. Iqbal.
Madam Chair, this is a policy matter. This policy states that if a county employee does not take his vacation when it's accrued, and a year after, it will be forfeited. I question that. According to the state statute, the employee can keep that vacation time as long as he wishes. And he can take it at the end of his employment, which is the retirement, say. So the county should not forfeit any vacation that is accrued. As a matter of fact, employment law differ from one state to another. And broadly speaking, there are two kinds of states, red state and the blue states. Blue states have laws that do not forfeit, and the red state do have it. So it's a policy matter, which law you want to follow. So that's I present this view. I said it at the Human Services Committee, and I was hoping that it would be brought back to the committee so we could discuss it, but it never was brought back. I would vote no, and I would suggest all my colleagues to vote no, and so that the employees can keep their vacation as long as they want.
Ms. Labrillo's here. Ms. Labrilla, would you
Madam
like to
Chair,
comment?
Surges, I did ask Jamie to come down and speak on this.
Jamie Labrillo, Executive Director of Human Resources. This matter was brought to the Civil Division of the State's Attorney's Office, and they did review and determine that the policy within the county is legally compliant. I'd also like to add that this isn't a new policy. This policy is actually more liberal as far as vacation rollover versus the existing policy, which does not allow any rollover after a year. And then this update has allowed an opportunity for employees with department head approval to roll up to half of their bank over for up to 6 months. If it's not used in that time period, it would be forfeited. In response to Dr. Iqbal's legal concern, I do have the Illinois General Assembly Joint Commission on Administrative Rules has issued some guidelines regarding vacation policy. And it does state that an employment contract or employer's policy may require an employee to take vacation by a certain date or lose the vacation, provided that the employee is given a reasonable opportunity to take the vacation. So those guidelines do specify that that is permitted.
Is there any other discussion on this?
Madam Chair,
please.
Madam Chair, Surges, we again, this was birthed in committee as more of a housekeeping item, trying to fall into compliance. We did make this as liberal as we could, trying to honor the spirit on both sides. And we think that we've struck something that was very reasonable and able to move forward. That's why we presented here today, and I encourage the support.
Now, Mr. Copey.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just want everybody to keep in mind that the past 2 years have been very challenging in regards to staffing and extra efforts and standing up to the plate by our staff in regards to COVID response and lack of human resources. And if we could consider an idea to recognize those efforts and allow a concession to those employees that have indeed relinquished their vacation time for to serve the people of the county during the COVID crisis. That would be a wonderful gesture on our part, and it would be I think it would speak volumes in regards to our benevolence. That's all I have.
Would that be a separate amendment,
I think-
separate resolution?
Point of order, Shepro, that's really not, that might be an excellent thing to look at, but it would not seem to me that that is germane to this motion, either by what it presents or by way of amendment, so.
Ms. Labrillo, did you have a comment?
I was just going to say something similar to Mr. Shepro. This policy would apply to vacation earned from this point forward and would not apply backwards to existing banks.
Okay, so we can, Mr. Surges, perhaps your committee can review that.
Happy to.
Thank you. Any other comments? Clerk, please call the
Madam
roll.
Chair, Dr. Silva.
Dr. Silva, yes.
Just as an aside, I would also like to know more about comp time. I know many years ago, there was comp time where if you worked a certain amount of time past your 35 hours, you would be able to take it at another time. I don't know if that's still in place, but I did have a situation not too recently where an IT person was stayed past his time, his work time. And so that brought up the question, is there comp time? How do we compensate our employees if they work past a certain amount of time? So I would love to see that go through the committee and or modify so that we can give some allowance. I do feel that this is one of the benefits that we can provide for our staff whom, as we know, is already probably making less than they could in the public sector. Thank you.
Very good. That'll again go separately.
Madam Chair, we're more than happy to bring that to committee and look at it. I do want to remind everybody that for non-budgeted salaries for over and above, our total is just over $1 million that we've paid. Whether you want to call that bonus, whether you want to call that hazard pay, whether you want to call that a stipend for those individuals that the health department get stuck working through a weekend because of COVID. The payments that we made out this year were just over $1 million. So our head is not in the sand on this. We have looked diligently at this and we continue.
Mr. Berman?
I think that's covered under our County Code 2-48. The compensation for pardon?
I'm not on my toes enough to answer that, but Jamie might be able to, but
I think it is, but that's.
Are you referring to comp time?
Comp time.
Comp time, I don't think it's covered in 248. That's about board and elected officials, but comp time is required by the wage and hour rules for hourly employees, and we are compliant with that. So that is something that we do have a policy, and we do comp time for our hourly employees pursuant with the labor laws.
So because we don't have the material in front of us, I would suggest that we table this conversation, bring it to the proper committee and let the committee review it. And then if there's any changes, we can bring it to the full board.
Call the vote.
Yep. Clerk, please call the roll.
Allen,
Allen, aye.
Bates,
Aye.
Berman,
Yes.
Davis,
Davis, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Raz,
Raz, yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, no.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Gopi,
Hope yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Martin,
Martin, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Shepro,
Shepro, yes.
Silva,
Silva, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Surges,
Yes.
Tepe,
Pepe, yes.
Wallace,
Yes.
Winnicki.
Yes.
That passes.
Okay, very good.
One
That
day.
excuse me, I'm losing my voice. That is the end of our consent agenda. So I would like to have a motion and a second, please, to move into executive session. But as we do so, so our 4-Hers. So we were going to ask all of you, because in executive session, only the elected board members may be in attendance and related appropriate staff. Let's say our state's attorney, Jamie Mosser, will be here to guide us. So you're going to be asked to leave. I would suggest at this point, we'll be calling you, opening it, the doors will be closed, the curtain is going to be going down, and we have a white noise filter out there so no one can hear the discussion
They're all
that's
gonna
occurring
go
in
to
here.
the, Fairgrounds.
And so I would suggest, if you so choose, thank you so much for attending, and go get yourself some lunch. So may I now have a motion and second to go to executive session, please?
What was the?
I want to move that we hold a closed session for the purpose of discussing pending litigation
Pending and probable or
And pro-
imminent litigation.
and probable or imminent
And
litigation.
pending, and
8
pending.
seconds.
Seconds, okay.
Second, Bates. Clerk, please call the roll.
Allen,
Allen, aye.
Bates.
Bates, aye.
Berman,
Yes.
Davis,
Davis, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Raz.
Yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Gopi.
Hope
Gopi.
yes.
Thank you. Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Martin, Molina,
Molina,
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Oh,
Shepro, yes.
Silva,
Silva, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Surges,
More,
Tepe,
yes.
Wallace,
more of questions.
Yes.
Winnicki. That passes.
Oh, very good. All right, we're going into closed session, please. So thank you, everyone, for coming.
I hope, yes.
Okay, everybody online that is going into the closed session will receive an invite. Please accept that invite in order to join us. Be aware we are live streaming, so until I give you the okay, any conversations you have will be going out live to the public. So just give us a moment.
Dan was a colonel in the army or?
In the Army Reserves. He
My
was in
gosh.
World War II.
Wouldn't it be good?
But when
Hey,
he
we
got out
need
of
to have
the
somebody
army,
to.
he worked at Fort Cherry. The Army,
Oh.
yeah. So that's where we lived in Mexico. We lived right next door to that. So, but he stayed in the reserve.
Call from the folks for the intersection.
I was actually commissioned.
The 64 and.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In fact, they have not applied for anything officially.
County Line Road, come on now. County Line Road.
Level discussion.
I just said again, you said, well, what do we need to do to move it?
Just vote to approve it. Lawsuits.
Do a roll
call, all that good stuff.
Or it could have been an NCJG in the Navy. They gave me that option. I'd run one of those PT boats in canals with Agent Orange. So I said, I don't, and then the other one is the Air Force was saying,
I forget his last name.
We're still waiting for some folks to accept their invites into the closed session.
Down there or here?
My boyfriend at the time got a big high number, like 265.
They've got people there.
Yeah, it's,
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that night?
You finally have
remember the
something to
day
do.
when they were calling my number. Because it was during the day. I was working. I was working at my cousin.
They pulled the balls out of the. As long as his batteries are good.
My cousin said, yes, your birthday was called June 1st. I said, what's the number? He goes, 2. I said, 2. He goes, 2, 7. I said, 7. I'm like, he goes, there's 4 after the 7. I said, you dog, yeah. Yep.
Oh, my God. So I'm not, my district is now took over a little country.
Yeah, I think you took all Cherry Hills and
Orchard
Orchard Valley.
Valley.
Yeah, those are good areas. They really are. You know, when they were redoing it, that's good. They talked to me about it. I said, I really like those areas, but I understand you've got to redo it. So
That's why I got her name and number.
Okay, I still have a couple of folks that haven't accepted. If you do not have an invite and feel that you should be included, please speak up.
They're real nice.
I'll
It's just.
Hopefully we have more to spend on.
And he's an attorney, huh?
Yeah, it's too bad.
He's very now.
I'll look forward to
And you
your.
keep asking for more people. His license.
Okay, you are back in open session.
Gentlemen, we are back in open session. Clerk, could you please call the roll?
I need to review that, but they sent me a full list of all of them.
Roll call for open session. Ellen,
Alan present.
Bates,
Bates present.
Berman,
Herman here.
Davis,
Davis here.
Ford,
Ford present.
Raz,
As yes.
Gums,
Gums here.
Iqbal,
Iqbal here.
Kenyon, Caius,
Guys present.
Kopi.
Kopi's present.
Okay, Leonard,
Leonard here.
Lewis,
Who is here?
Martin,
Martin present.
Molina,
Molina present.
Sanchez,
Sanchez present.
Shepro, Silva,
Silva's here.
Strathman,
Strathman present.
Sturgis. Thank you. Wallace. E. Okay, you have a quorum.
We have a quorum. May I, ladies and gentlemen, let's get these settlements approved, please, so I can send you all home. May I have a motion and a second to approve the settlement of $2,000 in the case of 19 CV 3281?
Leonard moves. Madam Chair, I believe we need to approve 3,000 because it was 2,000 in addition.
Approved 1,000, 2,000.
2,000,
Okay, so
2,000.
we're okay with that.
But thank you for paying attention.
Be done.
Motion and who's the
Wonderful to
second?
argue over $2,000.
Okay, we had a motion.
Motion
I
is
think Mr.
Leonard.
Leonard, Mr. Leonard,
Second?
second, Miss, who seconded?
I'm away.
Caius will second, somebody else.
Okay, thank you.
Why not?
Yeah.
Call the roll.
Ellen,
Aye. Bates, yes.
Berman,
Herman, yes.
Davis,
Davis, yes.
Ford. Ford. Raz,
Yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Yes.
Kopi,
Kopi, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Martin, Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez,
yes.
Shepro, yes.
Silva,
Silva, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Sturgis, Tepe,
Happy yes.
Wallace. Winnicki. Did I miss anybody?
Just because you're gonna get it, Ford, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ford. Okay, stay online. Next one's coming. A motion and a second to approve the settlement of $8,557.30 in case number 21 WC 23234 and
Gums moves.
20 WC 008279.
Sorry about that. Gums moves.
Thank you. Alan seconds.
In the amount of,
She did it already.
oh, she did.
I'll do it again, $8,557.30. Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Okay, Ellen,
Alan, aye.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Berman,
Herman, yes.
Brown, I'm sorry, Brown's gone. Davis,
Davis, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Raz.
Yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Yes.
Kopi,
Kopi, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Martin,
Martin, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Shepro,
Yes.
Silva,
Silva, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Sturgis, Tepe,
Happy yes.
Wallace, are you here? Winnicki, That passes.
May I have a motion and a second to approve the settlement of $2,698.33 in the case of 20 WC 016548.
Sanchez moves.
I'll have a second.
Move and Davis
Alan, you get the
seconds.
next one. Clerk, please call the roll.
Ellen,
Alan, aye.
Bates,
Yes.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Davis,
Don't run with scissors or after you're 50. Yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Raz,
Raz, yes.
Gums,
I got a couple years to go, Mark, so yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius, yes.
Opie,
Opie, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Yes.
Martin,
Martin, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Shepro,
Shepro, yes.
Silva, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Surgis, Tepe,
Happy, yes.
Winnicke.
Okay, passes. Last one. May I have a motion and a second to approve the settlement of $24,536.10 in the case of 19 WC 20182?
Raz moves.
Strathman,
I'm so
seconds.
second.
No, this is Miss Allen. Gone.
Miss Ellen
Yes.
seconds, okay.
Allen seconds.
All right, Ellen, I. Bates,
Yeah, aye, yes.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Davis,
Davis, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Raz,
Yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Opie,
Opie, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Martin,
Martin, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez, yes.
Shepro,
Shepro, yes.
Silva,
Silva, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Surgis, Tepe,
Happy, yes.
Winnicke.
Yes.
Passes.
Yes.
Are you ready?
I'm ready, Madam Chairman. I wish to ask for an adjournment so you can go out and enjoy this fine day and our lawyers can do their real work.
Two, and we will be adjourning till May 10th.
Davis
Second,
seconds,
Davos
okay.
seconds.
All in favor?
May I have a consensus?
Aye.
One favor?